What makes it so difficult to resist things that make you happy? The answer to this question is fascinating and can explain everything from motivation to drug addiction. The reward system is an interconnected, complex circuit within your brain that motivates you to seek out rewards, many of which are essential to your survival. Central to the reward system is a molecule called dopamine, a neurotransmitter. Neurotransmitters are a class of molecules that enable neurons to transmit information through electrical pulses called action potentials throughout your nervous system. Once an action potential reaches the end of a neuron, neurotransmitters are released from one neuron and bind receptors in the other. This allows an action potential to start up in the next neuron. Now, what does this have to do with the reward system? The reward system consists of pathways of dopamine-secreting neurons, which originate from the ventral tegmental area in the midbrain and then extend to other parts of the brain, including the nucleus accumbens. The pathway then secretes dopamine when a reward is experienced. A popular hypothesis of dopamine's role in the pathway is that the pathway fires if something feels better than your brain predicted, causing your brain to release more dopamine in order to reinforce the brain's association between a stimulus and a rewarding feeling. Although dopamine's role in reward is still unclear, neuroscientists do agree that it's a crucial piece of the puzzle, especially when the reward system goes awry. When you use drugs, your reward system's put in overdrive. Different drugs have different effects, but what they all share is an excess release of dopamine, which can lead to strong cravings for the drug and through other means an overwhelming high or euphoria. This can quickly become addictive. Addicted individuals start seeking out the drug even if it gets in the way of their family, work, or important life goals. After you abuse a drug for a long time, the constant stimulation of dopamine receptors makes your neurons try to compensate and go back to normal by decreasing the amount of receptors on their surfaces. The ultimate effect of this is that what once produced a euphoric high no longer produces the same effect. This leads you to seek out larger and larger quantities of the drug in order to achieve the same high as before. This phenomenon is called tolerance. To demonstrate this, I have here a few small cups on the table representing receptors, and the water being neurotransmitters. This is how neurons would normally function. Some neurotransmitters bind to the receptors while some don't or spill out. This is how much water the cups collected normally, or how much neurotransmitter was bound. Now, if I increase the amount of neurotransmitter in the original glass and then dump it over the cups, as you'd expect, the cups collect more water. Now, if I remove some of the cups, the water will be more or less collected the same amount. This is one example of tolerance because your body adapts to the increased amount of dopamine due to the drug. Drug addictions are notoriously difficult to quit because if drug use is suddenly stopped, you can undergo withdrawal. Withdrawal happens because, over time, tolerance causes your brain to adapt to life with the drug, which then leads to severe disruption once the drug is taken away. Addiction and the reward system are vast issues, and scientists are going to continue to research both them as well as their methods of treatment. But I hope from this video, it's clear that addiction isn't just a black and white matter of willpower. It's a disease, and addicts aren't the ones to blame.